So this is the third week of my weight loss journey, and so far I am 18.74 pounds down. To begin with, I want to address why this is the update of the third week. Well, I have uploaded my first video last week, and the reason is that I kept putting off uploading my first video because I really wasn't sure on how to approach it, and I was not very confident in my camera skills. So I kept putting it off, and last week was actually the second week. So in hindsight, this should have been the third installment, and I should have had an installment previous to this one and after the first video. Now that I got this off my chest, as the title says, I'm 18.74 pounds down. So I think I have some very valuable insights and observations for you to listen to. Firstly, these 3 weeks have been very strict. I went on a very low fat diet. Well, it was actually pretty much zero fat, and it was also zero carbohydrate for the first 2 weeks, with some minimal carbohydrates reintroduced into my diet in the third week, the one that I just finished. And the food that I have been eating has been pretty much just tuna, chicken breast, and eggs. And this has really helped keep my muscle mass, so my body didn't metabolize it and waste it as I was losing weight, and instead I have just been losing fat this whole time because of the high protein program that my coach has created for me. The food has been monotonous so far, and the only things that I have been drinking have been zero sugar soft drinks and just plain water or coffee. I'm not really a tea person, but if I was, I would have been drinking tea as well. And one of the outcomes that this has led to has been me feeling very differently, to be honest with you, because I have been feeling quite aggressive these past 3 weeks since I did not consume any carbohydrates. I have not felt lethargic at all, and I have actually felt pretty motivated to do the work that I needed to do, both in the diet itself and in my life in general. But this can be a double-edged sword. Obviously, in the beginning it was very difficult for me to keep the low carbohydrate diet going, especially on the fasting periods, because every weekend I'm fasting. I only eat once per day, except this weekend that I have fasted on Friday as well, and I had a 36-hour fast that I finished yesterday before I had my only meal of the Saturday. And especially during the fasting periods, I have been feeling pretty itchy to get work done. But if you are a person who cannot handle that kind of, in quotation marks, stress, then it will be way more difficult for you to put up with it. Nevertheless, it helped a lot, as just today I have lost almost 1.5 pounds from yesterday. I also want to mention that I am exercising every weekend. I do heavy weighted training, and I also train 7 times a week in terms of cardio. It's pretty much walking of the brisk pace. And even though it was initially difficult to keep to the diet plan that I have mentioned, and I am very happy to announce that I have been sticking to this diet program even when I'm going outside and I see all of my friends eating food that I shouldn't be eating, and I get tempted and I want to eat that food as well, or I want to take sweet desserts or sweet drinks. I'm not really an alcohol person, but I will be tempted by alcohol too. But even then, I just have my normal meal that I'm supposed to be having, just my plain chicken breast and my salad, or if it's in the day and it's the fasting day, like when I was with my wife a couple of days back, I just had a coffee. And I'm pretty proud of that, really. It is also very important for me to mention that since coffee and zero sugar soft drinks are the only thing that I'm allowed to have, towards the end of the first week I really started abusing them. I've had like 6 whole cups of coffee one day. I remember that clearly, and it could have had some pretty bad consequences because I went with this kind of indulgence in coffee for 2, 3, 4 days straight. And thankfully, I was never a person who got addicted to coffee. No matter how much I drank, coffee does not help me wake up. It does not make me stay up before sleeping. So I used this as an excuse to overindulge myself, since that was the only pleasure I could have had, because I really like the taste of coffee. But when I just realized how much caffeine I was taking in, I just put a lid on it immediately. Because at some point I was really asking to get addicted, and I was really asking to have some problems with that much coffee. Same went for soft drinks, so there were days that I had more than 2, which is a lot, especially because they are 0 sugar, and though they do not break your diet, they do have a negative effect on your body because of the chemical concoctions that they use to create these things. So I limited them to once per day, and sometimes I don't even drink 0 sugar soft drinks. Again, I'm very proud of that. So I tried to increase the quality of this video a little bit. I like to just tweak and improve on things in all aspects of my life, so it carries over to YouTube as well. And again, I'm very happy about these past 3 weeks. I have lost almost 19 pounds. I have about 26, 27 pounds left to go, and then that will be my goal completed. This series will be continuing for a while. I am really glad that I could help you in your weight loss journey as well. If you have embarked on it, if not yet, and you need to do it, you should start as soon as possible. And I will keep sharing valuable insights and observations from my day-to-day life. Remember, if losing weight was easy, then everyone will do it and it would lose its valor. So anything worthwhile that will help you in achieving your growth as a human and will help you become the higher version of yourself will be monotonous, it will require grinding, and it will be unpleasant until you achieve it.